Good day, everyone. Today, I will discuss the topic migration and diaspora. Now, I will be the one to report the internal migration and overseas Filipino workers or OFW. And my partner, together with Sir Kanoy, he will be the one to report about the transnational families and diaspora communities. Now, before we begin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a family member who moved to another city for work? Or maybe someone in your family is working abroad? Now, how was the feeling? No? No, if your answer is yes, no, click or just answer virtually in your area or seat. Now, then your family experience a migration. Now, first, let's tackle about what is migration. But before that, let's have our learning target. Now, first, we have analyzed the causes and effects of internal migration, overseas Filipino workers, transnational families, and diaspora communities and Philippine society. Value the important role of migrant and diaspora communities by showing respect and appreciation for their contribution to their families and the country's development through active oral participation, and collaborate with group members to develop and present a visual representation. For example, we have the poster, the flowchart, or group plane, and of course, explain the different forms of migration, and we relate this to real life situation. Now let's tackle first what is migration. Now migration means it is a movement of people from one place to another to live temporarily or permanently. People migrate for different reasons, such as, of course, finding better jobs, pursuing education, escaping disaster, or seeking better quality of life. Now, migration has been happening for a thousand of years. No, our early ancestors, the hominids, we have the Australopithecus, we have also the Homo erectus and Homo habilis. They move across continents and regions in search for foods, water, shelter, and safer environment. So gradually spreading and adapting to the different parts of the world. Now today, it still continues. No, because people hope to improve their lives and provide better opportunities for their families. Now, for example, now after graduating from a college, a fresh graduate student from a province may move to Manila or Cebu or to another provinces because there are more job opportunities. So, mo na siya gitawag na migration. Now, let's move on to diaspora. Now, when we talk about diaspora, it refers to a group of people who live outside their homeland while maintaining connections to their country of origin. Now, for Filipino, no, diaspora means the million of Filipinos who are living and working in the different countries. No, but they are still continue to practice the Filipino culture. No, they celebrate the Filipino tradition, beliefs, and support their families back home. So, an example aning diaspora we have, no, daghang mga Filipino nga naa sa Canada, naa sa USA, naa sa Japan and the Middle East, but still they celebrate Christmas, no, with Filipino food. They join Filipino organization and speak Filipino languages. Now, even though they live in abroad, they still identify themselves as a Filipino. Now, we have this called the cultural retention or the cultural preservation. Bisag asa pa silang lugar ra moabot, still gidala-dala gihapon nila ang ilang pagka-Filipino. Now, there are types when we talk about migration. We have internal migration, international migration, voluntary migration, forced migration, and temporary migration. And for the last, we have permanent migration. Now, for the internal migration, it is a movement within the same country. No, people transfer from one province, municipality, or city to another without leaving their home country. Now, for example, a worker from Bohol moves to Cebu for employment. Okay, another example, we have a teacher from Bohol accept a teaching position in Cebu City because there are more job opportunities. Although she changed her plane of residence, she is still living in the Philippines. No? So, for example, another example, a family from Northern Samar relocating to Davao after a typhoon damaged their home. They moved to another place to rebuild their lives but remain within the country. So meaning aning internal migration ni migrate but within the country. For example, from Bohol to Cebu, from Leyte to Davao. Now let's move on to international migration. It is a movement from one country to another. Now, for example, we have a nurse moves from the Philippines to Canada. No, she left to the Philippines and settled to another country. So, mo ni gitawag international migration. No, for example, a Filipino student studying at Australia, no, for a master's degree. So, nga naman na, because from the one country to another country, internationally ang iyahang pag-migrate. Okay, now let's move on to voluntary migration. Now, when we talk about voluntary migration, people choose to move for better opportunities. No, voluntarily, no, a college graduate relocates to Manila for work. No, he decided to work at Metro Manila because there are more companies offering higher salaries than sa province. Ma-compare man yun nato. Because when we talk about sa Manila, especially they are the capital, no? Mas taas yun ang rating when we talk about sa ilahang income, no? Another example, a chef who moves to Singapore to gain international work experiences. Voluntary. Voluntary silang ni migrate because of sa mga ilang choice. Okay, now let's move to forced migration. Now, people are compelled to move because of danger or disaster. Now, they have no choice but to leave their homes because of the circumstances that beyond their control. So, for example, we have family evacuate after a volcanic eruption or typhoon. No, community displaced by severe flooding or armed conflict in some parts of the Philippines. So, ang buhaton ana, mumove sila. Kaya naman, dili naman gyud makaya. It is kuan kanang naay beyond sa circumstances, beyond sa ilahang control. So if dili sila mohawa, if dili sila ma-force nga pagpahawa, then it will lead to death, no? Mo nang mo migrate yun sila, ma-force sila migrate bisan pa og daghan sila mga kayutaan, daghan sila mga tamnan, but no, beyond naman gyud sa ilang control, no? The typhoon, sige baha, ah, duol kita sila sa mga sapa, duol sa dam, duol sa volcano, no nga maka-cause of danger sa ilang kinabuhi. Mo force sila og migrate to another. Now for we have temporary migration. No, it is movement for a limited period. No, it intend to return home after completing their purpose. So example, a student study in Cebu and return home after graduation. No? Daghan kaayo makarelate ani, especially not all university or not all college is naa sa mga bukid. Most mga university or mga eskwelahan nga nag-offer nga mga courses, no, is naa sa mga urban places. No, after makagraduate, manguli sa ilang balay. So, after makagraduate, if ever nag-work ay nag-eskwela sa Cebu, nag-eskwela sa Manila, nag-eskwela sa Leyte, nag-eskwela sa Tagbilaran sa Bohol, muuli sa ilahang muli sa ilahang place. So, ang meaning ana, it is a temporary migration. So, another example, we have seasonal farm workers. No, they are the one who work in another province during harvest season before returning their hometown. And for the last, we have permanent migration. Now, when we talk about permanent migration, it is relocating to live in another place permanently. No, for example, a Filipino family immigrate to New Zealand. No, they obtains permanent residency and raises their children there. So they establish a new home and usually do not plan to return to their original residence. No? For example, we have also retired people settles in another provinces after selling their previous home. So, ni-migrate sila ana nga place permanently na gyud. Ni good na sila, ni for good na sila sa maong gi-migratean niyo. Okay, we have also types of migrant. Now, there are two types. We have temporary migrants and undocumented migrants or ato ang gitawag og TNT. Now, for the temporary migrants, it is individual who move to another country for a specific purpose, such as work, study, or tourism. Now, within the intention of returning to their home country after a limited period. So, this means that naman ang ilang pagdung sa pag-migrant sa laing nasod is legal, no? Wala sila na saman. Iparas isa nga undocumented, no? Kuan, ni-migrate sila because of work, no? Ni-migrate sila because of study, ni-migrate sila because nga naay tourism, no? Naay sila gidungan yun, naay purpose ang lahang paglakaw. But it is a limited period of time. Whereas sa undocumented migrants, it is an individual who resides in a foreign country without legal authorization or proper immigrant documents and can face legal consequence and challenges due to their undocumented status. So mostly ani gyud ang nagpractice no kay kanang mga mo abroad nga dili ganahan og kiyaw-kiyaw. No, ilahang iput ilang self as a tourist but ding moabot na sila ana nga place saman mag naman ding moabot sila ana nga place dili there is no proper or wala dili gyud legal ang ilang pag-abot no nidong sila tourist unya nanarbaho sila and it is very kuan ba ya illegal gyud when we talk about TNT or undocumented no mao nang natay gitawag og mga dahil mga mo process sa mga papel aron niabot datohan ay anipasa na ang papel. No, I have also kailang nidong o Thailand, no? She is also a teacher and ang iyang pagdong ato is TNT. No, there is no legal authorization, there is no legal documents, but thanks God and thankfully wala siya nasakpan sa iyahang pag TNT. So nidong ra siya as tourist, itaguan ang iyang mga papers, pag-abot na to nang apply. Pero ang nakahadlok lang yun, no? If ever masakpan ka and you are doing the undocumented migrants or the TNT is if maban ka sa mga lugar, paulion ka, paprisuhon. Naa kay mga consequences nga imuhang i-ato ba? Okay, so the two types of migrants are temporary and undocumented migrants or the TNT. Now first, we have, okay, internal migration. So, manang the movement of people within the same country. Now, why do people migrate internally man? No? So, ato ang topic karong puna is move internally. No? Within the country lang. So, first is economic factors. No. So we have here seeking employment and better living condition. No? This means that they move para makaabot nila ang better living condition, para makaabot nila ang ilahang mga pangandoy. Kay if stay ra sila sa ilahang place, if asa sila gagikan, no? Especially if naa sila sa mga rural areas, then naay progress man, but it cannot guarantee no nga unsa man makalakaw-lakaw, maka-experience ta og unsa man ato ang mga experience like na gyud sa urban life. Now for the social factors, we have family reunification and education opportunities. No na mga universities nga naara sa urban area, especially na mga kurso nga naara gyud sa mga city. And political factors, no, escaping conflict, persecution, or political instability. No, and environmental factors, the natural disaster and climate change. No, but there are positive effects of internal migration. No, it can bring many benefits. First, people gain better employment. Families earn higher incomes. Students receive better education. Cities experience economic growth because more workers contribute to businesses. But also, there are negative effects of internal migration. No, it creates challenges. Cities become overcrowded, traffic congestion becomes worse, housing shortage increase, kaya ano man, magkadaghan naman ang mga people, mga tao nga mobalhin sa urban areas, no? And people services like hospital and school become overcrowded. So meanwhile, provinces may lose skilled workers such as teachers, nurses, architects, and professionals. Kaya nga naman, mobalhin na sila, migrate na sila sa other province. And we have here overseas Filipino worker. No? And as an OFW, it is a Filipino works in another country for employment. No? So we have here an example, teachers, no, engineers, especially teachers, no, they are very good nga rampant in Thailand, Taiwan, and Southeast Asia countries. Engineers, nurses, domestic workers, seafarers, no, mga seaman, construction workers, hotel staff, information technology. No, these workers can be found in countries like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, the Japan, Singapore, Canada, Australia, US, and many others. So ngano nga why do Filipino work abroad man? No? So, of course, first thing first is better salary. Now, one of the biggest reason is higher income. Now, for example, a nurse in another country may earn several times more than a nurse working locally. No? Mas dako gyud nga sweldo mga skilled workers, teachers, nurses, doctors, engineers, laborer, farmers sa laing nasod compared sa atoang nasod. Mao nang makaingon ang uban nga mo abroad na naman. Abroad na naman ang solusyon. And better opportunities. No, some countries provide more career advancement and better working condition. And of course, to support the family, especially nanay mga anak na mga igsoon nga gipa-eskwela. That's why many OFW sacrifice being away from their family so they can provide their needs, no? They can provide the education, the healthcare, and a better future for their children. No, no many Filipino children finish college because of the sacrifices, no, made by their parents working abroad. Now, our OFW for this generation, they are known as the modern day hero because of their enormous contribution to the Philippine economy. No? In a what way? In remittances kailang ipadala. Once mo padala na sila diri sa Philippines, na ay percent, na ay contribution na nga mohapak sa ato ang economic growth. Now, here is the pattern. Okay, so we have here push factors. Now, when we talk about push factors, it is a condition that drive people away from their homeland. So, ngano man, nakapapush nila nga mohawa ana nga country because first of the war, no? Second, discrimination, environmental disasters, poverty and hunger, political instability, and economic depression. Now, for the pull factors, attracts that draw migrant to a new location. Nakapabira, nakapahatak nila nganong mudong sila anang country. First, employment opportunities. Second, political freedom. Third, religious freedom, academic opportunity, family member or ilang amahan, inahan, sawa, bana, nasa laing nasod, yan, libera sila, ato na sila mamuyo. And the quality of life that it brought. Now, in conclusion, migration is more than simply moving from one place to another. It is about hope, sacrifice, opportunity, and resilience. Whether people move within the Philippines or to another country, they dream of giving their families a better future. Now, as an educator and responsible citizens, it is important for us to understand not only the economic effects of migration, but also the human experience behind every the migrant's journey. Now, migration is not just about something we read in books. No, many of us personally know someone who migrated. Perhaps your parents work in another country. Maybe your aunt is a nurse in Canada. Perhaps your father is a seafarer. Or maybe your relatives moved from the previous Cebu in search of better jobs. Now, these are real examples of migration happening around us every day. Migration affects not only the person who moves, but also the family and the entire community. Now, that would be end about my topic about migration and diaspora. Now, thank you everyone for listening, and that ends my report. And let me give the floor to Mr. Kanoy for the transnational and for the continuation of this topic. Thank you and God bless everyone.